All right, my Pisces friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing your monthly horoscope for October of 2020. We have an amazing, amazing month ahead of us. You get a very special month, I'm telling you. I'm going to show you why in a moment. Neptune, your ruling planet in your first house here, is going to be creating a sceptile not only to Uranus, which has been last month into this month, but also creating that sceptile, that fate and destined connection over to Saturn, which Saturn's saying, let us time. It is time. It is time, children of this world, children of the earth, to manifest your dreams, your imagination into this physical reality and truly, truly, truly create the life of your dreams. The seeds that are planted this month are going to really come into fruition as well throughout November. This month is a lot of shadow work, okay? We must be willing to surrender and do the shadow work in order for us to blossom. You know, this is as well as watering our garden, giving it the sun that it needs, giving it the shade that it needs, and really allowing our lives to be that beautiful garden that blossoms, okay? There's so much beautiful energy going on. And we have a Mars retrograde that's been going on since last month. We're going to have Mercury retrograde as well on the 13th of this month. Venus is going to move 2 signs, okay? We've got 2 full moons. There's so much going on, okay? And one of the messages that came through is that nothing is happening fast, yet nothing is happening slow. All is in perfect order. As long as I stay in my lane and surrender to the flow, okay? It's very important that we're not pushing, okay? We're going against the grain or trying to force a round peg into a square hole, okay? The river flows. You're a Pisces, you're a water sign. The river flows at its own speed, okay? And sometimes it's whitewater rapids, and then it's going to be a trickle, okay? And we understand that a trickling stream will cut through rock. Okay, very, very important. That the emotional world will cut through rock, this hard exterior surface of this physical world. All right, so there's a lot going on. Let's get into it. We've got a full moon happening right now as I'm making this video at 5:06 p.m. So this is going to come out just a little bit after the full moon. All right, let's talk about what this full moon tonight means for you. This full moon is in your 8th house, shared resources, bringing balance, the beautiful balancing skills of Libra, bringing balance into our lives, balance of what's yours and what's others, okay? So the sun is illuminating from this point of balance down to your finances here. And Chiron, saying if we work together, if we can find the balance of what you do and what I do, and we work together, we can bring a beautiful foundation of finances and growth and money and financial security into our lives, okay? There's an emotional need to release. There's an emotional need to release that concept of I have to do everything myself in order for it to get done right, okay? Mars is retrograde, conjunct Eris. The moon conjunct Chiron, okay? This is everybody. The hands of the many will count as one. The hands of the many will count as one. And together we cross this river, okay? So this isn't just about you. This isn't just about all the work that you have to do in order for this thing to go on, okay? This is about you and the other, the group, your partners, okay? We'll talk about a little bit more about partners right now. On the 2nd, Venus, our planet of love, want, and desires, is leaving your 6th house as you've been focused on work and services that you're providing to this world. And now Venus is going to shine her light in your relationship sector, the 7th house here. Okay, this is a really lovely place for Venus to be. It's the loveliest place for Venus to be is in the 7th house. This is absolutely, she rules the 7th house and she rules Libra, right? So Venus in the 7th house, this is about valuing those relationships that you have, okay? And these relationships and self, again, bring some sort of finances, security, stability into your life. And this healing, this clearing that's going on that's extremely important. And understanding that this Chiron here is sceptile to the south node during this full moon that's happening today, okay? Chiron sceptile to the south node, this is a releasing and clearing, and this is this boss authority mentality, okay? That you can be the best boss that you can be, or that you're not a good enough boss, or again, that this concept of that I have to do everything myself in order for it to get done right. Okay. So Venus entering your 7th house, about partnerships, about relationships. If you're already in a committed relationship, Venus is going to sweeten the deal, okay? If you are single and you're looking to mingle, if you're looking for a little love during this time, we've got the Sun in Libra, okay? We've got the Sun in Libra bringing balance into our relationships. Venus entering your 7th house is all about valuing those relationships, okay? And in the sign of Virgo, it's like, okay, this is an earth sign where we know what we want and what we don't want. And we're going toward the light. We're going toward what we want. And this over here, we're good on that. So it's about bringing the value to that of which we do want and which we do desire. Okay, lovely place for Venus to be on the 2nd. On the 8th is when the magic happens. Okay, you got all this beautiful 11th house energy, my Pisces friends. You are just a warrior for your community. You are an angel, a shining light in your community, and people see that, they view you, they value you. Okay, we have Saturn here, laws of reality, and Neptune, the creativity, the dreams, the unconscious mind, the physical reality, creating a sceptile on the 8th all the way till the 23rd of November. Was I saying this? Whoop. Sorry, I think I just messed that up. We have Saturn sceptile to Neptune in your 1st house until from the 8th of October until the 23rd of November. Okay, this is huge. This is the life-changing energy that I'm talking about right now. This is the manifesting your dreams. Okay, I can't weigh this gravity enough, the weight of this enough. This is something that happens once every 7 generations or thereabouts, okay? This happens every several hundred years that Saturn is going to be in its home sign and Neptune in its home sign. Saturn's a 30-year cycle. Neptune's a 176-year cycle, okay? We'll never see a Neptune return. All right, so this is a very powerful alignment, and the fact that it's a sceptile, we've been waiting for this all year. We've been waiting for this all year long. Okay, there's been so much changes. We've already been dealing with our shadow enough during, these lockdowns, this pandemic that's been going on, and now it's just like, okay, we're getting time to shine. The shadow work that we've been doing and that we're going to continue to do this month with Mercury in Scorpio and Mercury retrograding here on the 13th. We'll talk about it in a moment. This is this fuel, okay? This is the ingredients to manifesting our destiny, all right? And further, to sweeten the deal, we've got Uranus in the mix, okay? Uranus is here in your 3rd house, creating a sceptile to Neptune in your 1st. This is about your communication, breakthrough wisdom. You are adding a breakthrough in communication to the community. By you being on your spiritual path, on your spiritual journey, your creativity, your imagination, your boundlessness, okay, your light, your angelic energy, okay, you're adding so much to the community, and you are blowing people's minds in the community with this information, okay? So this connection will last until like the 23rd of this month. However, the sceptile between Saturn and Uranus will continue to happen, okay, as the month goes on. All right, so I cannot say enough positive things. This is in your 1st house. This is about transformation to you. This is truly embodying this energy and you manifesting the life of your dreams, okay? And nothing should be holding you back. This energy is so important that nothing happens to you, nothing happens against you, things happen for you. Okay, now Mercury is going to start to retrograde in Scorpio on the 13th. This is going to amplify our shadow work. Okay, now when we hear the words Mercury retrograde, people sometimes cringe. People automatically think about the negative side of things, or how bad things can go wrong, or what should we be avoiding? Should I not sign the contract for the house? Should I not buy a new car? Should I not travel? And it's just like, myself and there's a few other astrologers that are like, that's insane to have that burden on our minds all the time. This planet retrogrades 3 times a year. Life doesn't stop when Mercury retrogrades, okay? This is about maintenance. This is about rethinking, recalculating, not forcing things, not putting the carriage before the horse, not signing the deed before you've read the contract, making sure that the email sent didn't go to queue before you got away from your desk, okay? This is about maintenance. Is our computer going to crash? Is the car going to break? I don't know. Maintenance it now. Maintenance it now. Go get a checkup now. Go get your oil changed now. Go figure out the electronic stuff now. Clean the cache in your computer, whatever it is. You know, it's like the work that we're doing now is so extremely important to allow the benefits of the retrograde to come into effect, you know, so that way we're not hit and just, you know, bamboozled and caught off guard by things. Okay. So with Uranus here in the third house, this is about a new perspective on life, a new perspective on our thoughts, and not going to the negative, to the extreme side of things just because something is coming or something's happening, or, hey, I've got to talk with you later. Oh no, what could it be? Oh, I just wanted to let you know I appreciate you. Oh, well, how much time did you spend worrying that it was going to be bad? You know, this is like, it's time for a breakthrough. It's time for a change in how we're thinking. Okay. And in the way, you know, this is the third house energy for you. Third house energy is Taurus, which means I am stuck in my way. I am stuck in my pattern. I am stuck in this thought process. Well, Uranus here is about shaking that up, is about destroying the current thought process and reinventing it. Okay, the Sceptile, the Neptune here is saying, let's remake it, let's make it new, and let's make this custom and tailored to you to benefit you in the most beautiful and powerful way. And this world isn't just about you and your thoughts. This world is about the community as well, and other people, and the influence and the impact and the power that you have over other people by simply being you, by not trying to force anybody to see something a certain way, by not forcing anybody to try to think differently, by just simply being. Okay, by being vulnerable, by allowing this communication to sink in, by understanding the depths of our own souls, by understanding the depths of our own deepest, darkest secrets and desires, our fantasies. Okay, this is so important as this planet is retrograde as well as Mars is retrograde right now. We're putting things to rest. We're allowing the transformative power of Pluto to take over Scorpio and Aries, Mars energy. Okay, Mars and Scorpio. Pluto is the higher octave of Mars. Mars is about action. Pluto is about active transformation. And what dies, what is death, becomes the phoenix that rises in the ashes. Okay. Furthermore, reasons to rethink our own negative thoughts, especially when it comes to the 13th in this Mercury retrograde. Okay, things don't happen against you. The person that broke your heart, that walked away from you, set you up for a better life. They did. They did. The job that didn't work out set you up for a better life. And it's up to you. This power is yours to create, to manifest this life in how you choose and how it works in best favor for you. Okay. This is amazing energy. And again, doing that shadow work. And here we go. When Mercury begins its retrograde, this is what I encourage everyone to do, is to look at all of these negative things that have happened in our lives, the traumas that have happened into our lives that have hurt us, and to try to see the positive things, the positive things that have come out of these quote unquote negative circumstances. You know, we want to, generally, we want to generalize things. The black squares are the negative squares and the white squares are the positive ones. Well, if you look at a checkerboard, every black square is surrounded by a white one, and every white one's surrounded by a black one. You know, it's just the yin yang, right? The balance, and in the center of the white is the black, and in the center of the black is the white. You can't have one without the other. Okay, so this is extremely, extremely potent to be able to look at these negative things that happen to our lives and how they've affected us to a positive manner and pushed us and propelled us into a better life that best suits our vibrational frequency to this world. Okay, so that's the 13th. Mercury retrograde. Time to go deep. Time to go deep. Time to surrender. Surrender the ego mind. Surrender the thought process. Surrender the ego actions that we need to take place with Mars. Okay, moving forward in this direction. And it's like we fight ourselves sometimes when we want something, we want sugar, when we're having a craving and we're trying to sit and do something, and we're going to get up and get it now. And this is saying, no. Rest. We don't need that thing right now. We'll get it when we're done doing whatever it is that we're doing. All right, anyway, moving on. On the 16th, we've got a Libra new moon. All right, new moon here in the 8th house. Again, it's going to well, it's going to be connecting with some of these guys over here. I'm going to talk more about the squares with Mars and the Sun square, all this Capricorn energy, and Mars square, this Capricorn energy in the dailies. There's just a lot to talk about today. So this new moon in Libra, though, okay, bringing balance into our lives. The new moons are new beginnings, and Libra's all about balance. Okay, 8th house is a balancing what's yours and what's mine. Okay, so it's similar to that full moon here where there's this not the I have to do everything my way in order for it to manifest. Okay, this is seeing the value in what everybody brings to the table and empowering other people in our own delegation of, hey, you're better at doing this part and I'm better at doing this part, and then together we create this bridge here. Okay, and this bridge is safe and structured and balanced for other people to whatever it is. And this could be about a home. This is you and your roommate. This is you and a business partner. This could be the facility, a brick and mortar building that you're figuring out how to create finances for, so we don't go out of business here during COVID, pandemic times. New moon, new beginning. Okay, bringing balance into our lives, balance into our relationships. Okay. 16th on the 22nd. Now the sun's going to leave Libra and enter Scorpio. Okay, shining the light furthermore on where Mercury has been, shining the light on this shadow work. Okay, going into the depths of ourselves. And this is about knowledge and wisdom. Okay, this is about higher knowledge, higher thinking. This is occult-like knowledge. Okay, this is taboo information. This is, it sounds strange, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is part of being vulnerable and being open. It is what it is. This is like, if you're going to study religion and you're going to study God, you have to study the devil. You have to study Satan. You can't gloss over one aspect and just get the other. You know what I mean? Because then we won't see the full picture. So the sun moving into this 9th house is saying, I need to look at all these aspects of these things. I need to do the research. I need to go deep within this stuff. And even if it is occult or taboo or mysterious or frowned upon things that I'm venturing into, I mean, that's what Scorpio is, kind of to begin with. It is the occult. It is the unknown. Okay? And we're bringing that unknown. We're shining the light on the unknown and bringing it to the surface. All right, and we're discovering, rediscovering, and learning. Okay, higher knowledge, higher wisdom. Okay, higher forms of communication. Okay, so the shadow work during this time is really going to benefit that. So that happens on the 22nd. Then the 25th, there's a conjunction of the Sun and Mercury together. Okay, Sun-Mercury conjunction together. That is going to be creating a sceptile to the south node of release, and a sceptile down here to Chiron, which is about healing, and Chiron, sceptile to the south node, release, let go. And it's interesting that in your chart, this plays up with knowledge, wisdom, communication, higher learning, information, Sun, ego, self, showing up to the party, Mercury, our communication, which is kind of sleeping as it's going to be retrograde at 2 degrees, both of them here. And the sceptiles they're creating is to Chiron, which is healing, in the sign, your second house here, which is about finances and stability. And this connection here with the south node is about career and public image and how people view you. As you're a Pisces, there's 1 foot here on planet Earth and 1 foot in the spirit realm. There's 1 foot up in that, that connecting with the angels and the guides and things like that, so how do people view you at work? How do people view you in business? Maybe there is a misconception of who you are, that maybe that hurts your feelings and maybe hurts how you're making money. I don't know. This might resonate with some, might not resonate with others at all. Okay, but this Sun-Mercury conjunction that's happening here is about wisdom, is about knowledge, and it is about communication and open vulnerability. Okay, and that higher road, the path less traveled. Okay, so this conjunction that's creating a fate and destined connection of releasing this part of my career, or releasing maybe this isn't the career path for me. Okay, maybe this isn't how I make money. Maybe there's a different way that I can heal and make money in a different way. Or maybe this is, by me doing this work, by me going to these places, I am now, secure enough within myself, and we have all these other planets working for me, you know, that it doesn't matter if you view me as a space cadet. You know, I don't care if you view me as a space cadet and whatever finances or security this brings me. I've got to do me. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you. When I started my YouTube channel and talking about astrology, my friends were like, "You're crazy. You're out there. You are a space cadet." You know, it's just like, that's fine. Not everybody has to believe in astrology. Not everybody, you know, it doesn't matter. It still has an effect. The moon coming up and down is still bringing the tides in and out. The moon is still creating the winds, you know. The sun coming up still allows the flowers to blossom, and when the sun goes down, they close up. This is the visible effects of astrology, you know. So it's just like, not everybody has to believe or see things our way. And that's part of the beauty of this reinventing yourself with Neptune home in your sign of Pisces in your first house here. And with this breakthrough of communication that's coming up with the Sceptile to Uranus, and Uranus Sceptile to Saturn, saying like, look, we can create, you know, impacts, huge impacts in other people's lives by just simply being us and by ignoring what the collective is doing. Okay, so on the 25th, that's a really, really powerful connection. On the 27th now, Mercury is going to retrograde out of Scorpio back into Libra. And the same day, Venus is going to leave Virgo and enter Libra. Okay, bringing in balance, valuing what is yours and what is mine. And with Mercury retrograde now, there's a new way to communicate about this. Okay. So there's a new way to communicate that of which we value and want to bring balance to what is yours and what is mine. And then lastly, Sun here, we're going to be having a blue moon on the 31st. So the first of the month and the last day of the month, the 31st, we're going to have full moons, okay? Blue moon. And this moon will conjunct Uranus. And of course, the moon will create a sceptile to Neptune. The moon will create a sceptile to Saturn. Okay, and Saturn back to Uranus and the moon. Okay, so this is again a need, emotional need to break through our conversations, a need to go deep with our conversations. And at this time, the full moon, the sign of, the planet Mercury will be in the sign of Libra, about balancing, emotional depth and vulnerability, and balancing our communications from a place of being vulnerable, being open. Mars retrograde, we're not trying to fight. We want to bring balance. With the sun here in Scorpio, this is about the depths of ourselves. Okay? Those deep emotions, those deep desires that we're able to communicate with our partners and with our business partners, with those that we have business with, or the things that we have, a shared home with or a shared whatever with. Okay? So this full moon here conjunct Uranus in the third house. This is break free communication. This is new knowledge entering into you that is going to amplify this connection here to Neptune about self, okay, giving you the strength and power that you need to truly be yourself. Emotional need for release also being solidified here within the community. So maybe there's something going on within the community that adds to this emotional release, or maybe you're having a full moon event, okay, because you're stepping up big time here, and we have this 8th house energy. So maybe this is saying you're going to have a Halloween party or a full moon fire or something like that, and that you're getting the group together and you're doing a ceremony or a seance or some sort of thing, that brings people together. Okay, furthermore, this is like the archetype. Halloween, we wear these archetypes, we wear these masks, okay? We wear these masks or these costumes that represent a part of ourselves that we don't normally show to other people. And we give ourselves the excuse on Halloween to show other people that part of ourselves, okay? Where the reality is, it's always there. This is the beauty of the sun in Scorpio, okay? That part of ourselves, that part of our being is always there. Mercury retrograde through Scorpio back into Libra is bringing the balance into ourselves and understanding this is a part of me. These deep-rooted desires are a part of me. These fantasies, sexual fantasies, fantasies of power, whatever it may be, this is a part of who I am. This is a part of me, and I'm allowed to be that. I don't have to hide behind a mask or a costume to embody this very natural part of me, and desire is a very natural part of us. And with Mars retrograde and Mercury retrograde, it's like we get a rest. We're just allowed to be. We're allowed to flow with the river. We're allowed to flow with the breeze and just simply be, right? Nothing's happening fast, but nothing's happening slow. Everything is perfect. As long as I stay in my lane and surrender to the flow. All right? This is very personal this month. It's not about other people. It's not about changing anybody else. Very personal. And if you'd like a personal reading from me to talk about how this is affecting your chart, how this is affecting you, feel free to reach out. My email address is below in the description box. Otherwise, have a beautiful, beautiful full moon today and a great month ahead, my friends. I love you. I wish enough, and we'll see you tomorrow.